Hey guys, my name is Chase, and a few months ago Apple released the 10th generation iPad, which I happen to have right here. And one of the big controversies with this 10th generation iPad is the Apple Pencil support. I know it can be quite confusing to navigate all of the iPads that Apple currently sells, so I wanted to make this video to set the record straight. Today I will be running down all of the different iPads and their compatibility with the different Apple Pencils. So starting off, we have the cheapest iPad that you can currently get from Apple, and that is the basic iPad 9th generation. This iPad currently starts at $329 US. It's pretty much the most bare bones iPad that you can get. It still sports the classic Apple design of the screen on top and the little home button on the bottom. It also sports the A13 Bionic chip, and this particular iPad can only work with the first generation Apple Pencil. The first generation Apple Pencil has a little lightning connector on the top underneath the eraser, and you just plug that into the lightning port on the 9th generation iPad, and that is how you can sync and charge the first generation Apple Pencil. Next up, we have the 10th generation iPad. This one, once again, is the basic iPad. However, this is the 10th generation that was released in 2022. They basically completely changed the iPad from the 9th generation. They went from the classic design with the home button to now having this full screen display that you'll find on like the iPhones. There's a Touch ID finger scanner built into the top button, as well as many other improvements such as the cameras. The 10th generation iPad once again only works with the first generation Apple Pencil. However, there is a really big problem with using the Apple Pencil with the 10th generation iPad. The 10th generation iPad does not have a lightning port on the bottom, it has a USB-C port. And since the first generation Apple Pencil only has this lightning connector on the top, it means that you're going to have to get this USB-C to Apple Pencil adapter from Apple. I made a whole video talking about this little adapter that you need for the 10th generation iPad to use it with the Apple Pencil, so go check out that video if you want to learn more about that. But just to recap, you can only use the adapter that is sold by Apple for whatever reason. If you find a cheaper one on Amazon, unfortunately, it just will not work. So if you already have a first generation Apple Pencil and you don't have this little adapter, you're going to have to go to the Apple Store and buy one. Or if you buy a new first generation Apple Pencil, it will come with the adapter included. And once again, the 10th generation iPad only works with the first generation Apple Pencil. The next iPad that Apple currently sells is the iPad mini. The new iPad mini also sports a full screen display. It has a USB-C port on the bottom, a Touch ID finger sensor on the top button, and inside you'll find the A15 Bionic chip. The latest iPad mini only works with the second generation Apple Pencil. And in my opinion, the second generation Apple Pencil is a huge improvement from the first generation. And that is because there are no connectors on the second generation Apple Pencil. Instead, all you need to do to charge it is magnetically connect it to the side of the iPad mini. This feature alone makes the second generation Apple Pencil so much more convenient. You don't have to deal with cables, and it'll be much easier to keep track of your Apple Pencil since it will be connected to your iPad. So that is the iPad mini, which is great for people who want a smaller form factor iPad experience. The next iPad that Apple offers is the iPad Air. The newest iPad Air starts at $599 US, and this iPad has a 10.9-inch full screen display. You have the USB-C port on the bottom, the Touch ID finger sensor in the top button, and now the iPad Air has Apple's M1 chip inside, which is actually the same chip that you can find in some of Apple's MacBook models. So in other words, this is a pretty powerful iPad. The iPad Air also only works with the second generation Apple Pencil. And just like we talked about before with the iPad mini, the second generation Apple Pencil can magnetically connect to the side of the iPad Air. And then finally, if you want the big boy powerful iPad, Apple offers the iPad Pros. The 11-inch model starts at $799 US, and the 12.9-inch model starts at $1099 US. The iPad Pros once again have these full screen displays, a USB-C port on the bottom, and although the iPad Pros don't have the Touch ID finger sensor in the top button, they do have the Face ID sensor so that you can unlock your iPad with your face. And Apple just recently announced that the iPad Pros will now have Apple's M2 chip in it, which is the same chip that can be found in some of the current Mac products. And both of the iPad Pro models only work with the 2nd generation Apple Pencil, so once again you can magnetically connect the Apple Pencil to the side of the iPad Pro. So there you have it, a rundown of all of the iPad models and which Apple Pencil they are compatible with. Hopefully this video helps you out in choosing which iPad to get along with which Apple Pencil. If you guys want to watch another one of my iPad videos, feel free to check it out below. For now, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chase and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.